All right, hello everyone, and welcome back to some more Warframe. We're gonna get started here today, playing some more Vallis Undermind content, leveling up some frames, trying out some builds, and just generally trying to have a little bit of fun out here. I am also going to be joined by my friend in a little bit. Uh, After I get done with my stuff, I'm gonna help him out with his, but I'm still gonna go ahead and join him in a party, just so we can chat while I'm doing all this and then just try to have some fun with Noko. But yeah, I'm going to be playing through the Vallis Undermind content with Ureli and is it and Caliban, I think. Yeah, just as I level them up because I'm leveling Ureli back up because I've also been forming her, trying to finish off this build that I'm doing, and I'm also trying to finish off a build on Caliban. So I just want to get them leveled back up while I'm doing the Undermine stuff. And also, they're a little bit more powerful than Noko currently is in terms of abilities. So I'm gonna just work with that and the weapons that I'm leveling here as well, trying to get up to 30. So then I'll go back to just using. I'm still leveling this and this up to 30 for the first time, and then once the Core is back up there, I have the Latum and the Nell that I'm also getting back up to 30. But once the Sun and Moon is back up to 30, then I don't have any other melee that I'm leveling back up. So I'll just be able to use whatever I feel like using there. But we're just going to go ahead and head on to Deimos, run some of this business. Hello? Is this Evil Barrow on the way? Is that what that's representing? Because that's his symbol. And I know they said that he was supposed to be appearing this month, but there's nothing else there, so this must be like kind of a timer to him being on the way to the Chronia relay. That's actually it's a really interesting design choice that they've done there. What is up with Uranus and Hello? Why is everything on Uranus showing up at the same time, but not on any other planet? Interesting. Okay, well we're going to Venus anyway, Fortuna, Vallis Undermine, and I'm gonna go ahead and start a Discord call with my friend now that I'm ready to get this party started. And then before I join him, there's a couple Noko builds that I found that I want to see how close I can get to putting together because then I'm gonna have to form him anyway. So we're gonna go ahead and just start this chat and then see where we go from there. Let's see, Nightcap. Hey, pretty good. How are you? Just adjusting my volume right quick so I can hear you in the game. All right, there we go. Yeah, so I'm gonna run some more of this like new content that I'm doing first, and then I'll join you for some stuff.
He's up to in the garden. You take care of him for me?
Because I've got a few bounties out of this newer content that I didn't do yesterday. So I'm gonna run those and then switch over to Noko and build him for a couple builds that I found online, and then we can run some missions and see if we can get some Ureli Prime parts. Oh, the neuro. Okay, gotcha. Systems and neuro. Neuroptics. Yeah.
Too bad for him. You're already inside. Let's get to work.
Yeah, English is probably the dumbest language out that's ever been made. Mm-hmm. Yeah, 100%. I get you. No, I don't think so.
It's on the way. Nice and pleased.
Yeah, I have no idea. It's actually really sick.
Half of them down. Fruits and roots are feeling better already.
Yeah, so I noticed that they've also done some UI updates with the game that I didn't know they were doing. But because they did this with a few weapons and a warframe that they introduced, but now whenever you have a status effect on a weapon, it shows like on that weapon's ammo what status it does. Maybe it's only at certain times, but I noticed mine doing it earlier.
Clear out what's left. That's the last of the moonbirds. Poor muckers didn't stand a chance against you.
Oh, okay. For 2 months. Yeah. I saw the McDonald's one too, the McDonald's Monopoly.
More can you give? Remember, my success will be your success. Whether you find those riches here or in the great beyond.
Oh, let me get my stream pulled up. Completely forgot. Hmm.
Nako's little swaddling's helping keeping me garden safe. But Neff's poison has been taking its toll. Find those tykes, and then head back to Hill. I think that one liked you.
Hmm.
You're quicker than you look, mate. Swaddlings would hate to run
Oh.
off and hide and seek. That's for sure.
Ah. Yeah, that makes sense.
Seems taxmen left their supplies out without a lick of cover. Must be their offering for the communal shed. How nice. Too noble, too good to be true. Thanks for
Hmm.
your cover. No, mate. See if you can make the next job look that easy. Tax just arrested a topside worker for debt crimes. Let's cut that chap a break and set him free.
Oh, there he is. What the heck? Interesting. he on the way or no? Where's he at? Hello? Get over here, dude. What's he doing? Okay, I've got one more stage to this bounty, and then I've got one more to do. Nope, two more to do after this one, I think.
If you catch my meaning. Marked him for you.
Uh, with weapons you can, but with warframes for their individual parts you can't.
You're best in the garden.
So like if a weapon, if you go to like where its blueprint is, you can just hover over the blueprint and see what it takes to make that weapon. But with the warframe, it's only going to show you the parts. It doesn't show you what it takes to make that part. That is done.
This looks better already. Come on up.
Who is this? He's not
Sick.
any worthless cooking debt ledgers. Find him and end him.
I've already got two of Noko's parts without even farming him.
The longer I'm down here, be careful out there. I reckon our little prince there is a bit famished. He'd love some fergalite. If you got some.
Oh, cool. Sure. Oh gosh, I don't know what I just agreed to. Oh, hello? What the? Um, oh, this is the psychedelic kind of stuff it was talking about. Oh my gosh. Are you watching my stream?
Corporate just wants a little fungal remediation is all. Get in,
Oh, okay.
get
I
paid.
didn't know if you had it pulled up on another tab. Dude, this is crazy.
Something messing with our gear. Sure you ain't been
Dude, I don't know why they made these little mushrooms so thick. Like, that's kind of crazy. Yeah, on YouTube.
job
Oh,
sure
no, I can't do that from PlayStation.
weren't so mucky pretty to look at.
I wish. That'd be great. They have it integrated on Xbox, but it's Microsoft, so it makes sense. But PlayStation still hasn't done that. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I think this is how. Oh my gosh, it's so bright. This is how they're telling the story.
Like I said, nothing to it. Now, you want to get back out to the garden?
I don't think so because we're talking on Discord. I think if we were in a PlayStation party, you could, but let me go ahead and check right quick. Go ahead and say something for, well, say like a full sentence for me, not just one word. Well, I muted. So for some reason, I can't hear my stream at all on my phone. I don't know if this is just something my phone's doing weird or. Give me a second. Okay, now I can hear it. So go ahead and say a sentence again for me. Yeah, you're not coming through in this stream.
Who does this Neff fella think he is? Coming to the Vallis.
Yeah,
He alone can make it green. When the roots and fruits have been taught. You hear that?
I got you.
Guess you don't. Our
That's
prince
weird.
is telling you he's hungry again.
So I guess I keep feeding this guy, making him bigger. I don't know how much I'm
When
supposed to
Wolfie
feed that
doesn't
thing.
listen, we make him listen. Right?
I also don't know how to rank up anything here.
Good on ya.
I guess we just keep
Don't
going.
buy anything you don't need.
All right, next up is Weed the Garden, and then I have Weed the Garden Steel Path. Yeah, Nabbers.
Into some sort of gilded bunker for His Majesty Neff Anya. Put an end to all that, will ya?
It's
Yep.
overtime time. Double the crews, double the eradication. My palace of prosperity must be built.
Yeah, what he said. Only the exact
Yeah, so it's in the Nabbers treat section or something like that it's called. You can trade in mother tokens that you get from doing bounties to get rewards there.
leaving the mercs alone.
If you want, I can show you in the stream after I'm done with this quest.
Get that energy before the mercs do. More about to bloom. Don't let the taxman pluck them first. One less bloom for them. Another cluster of syzygy blooming. You know what to do. One down. More fungi ready for you. Get that energy before the mercs.
Punji? Interesting.
Imagine the look on Neff's face when his merc showed up without a lick of syzygy. Bring a tear to my eye.
Yeah, I do also need to do Deimos bounties so we can run Ureli parts and do some of that too. We can do some low level ones just so you're able to stay alive and like see what the objectives and stuff are like.
What the problem is, fix it. Now.
Who puts sprotlings in cages? Fucking Neff and his band of morally compromised geneticists, that's who. Crack 'em free, will ya?
Can I please have like 2 seconds to not get knocked around? To do something with the reload speed on this. That way. I think if I was doing these for real, I would bring Volt.
Try to stay away from those myself. Good as the day they sprout. Bounce on for once. New pest in the garden.
Right.
Invasive arachnoids trampling all the fruits and crushing the roots. No need to tell you what needs doing, do I? Arachnoids skulking somewhere close. Drop some heads, and it'll come running. Always so predictable. Take it out.
Easy breezy. Yeah, I'm also hoping they integrate it too because like whenever I'm playing with friends on PC and stuff, like, I can't see what they're doing if I'm trying to help them out with certain things. Like in game, like being able to share screens and stuff. Like if there's something they're doing in game, I can't help them because I can't see what they're doing. So it becomes harder to walk them through it. Yeah. But yeah, at least since I'm streaming though right now, like you'll be able to see what I'm doing. So if anything, I can just like uh show you on my screen what you're supposed to do. How does it say locate? Uh, Oh, it's this mission. Okay, I remember doing this. Well, where the hell am I going? Holy crap. Does it reach that far? It does not. Oh, that worked. All right. One more stage of this, and then for the last one, I'm gonna run it in the squad just because I don't know how much harder it's actually gonna get.
You got one, you got 10. Once you got 10, you got 1,000.
Thing about bounties is too, the enemies don't scale to how many players there are, but the objectives do. So if it tells you to do so much of a certain thing, it's going to give you less to do if there are less players around.
Weed out some of their muckers. Nerves aren't getting too hot. Double up your body count, and we'll be
I like how he said double up your body count, dude. That's hilarious.
got another task for you.
Uh,
You can't get rid of invasives for good, but you can slow them down. And today, you gave the roots and fruits of fighting chance. Go put your feet.
Harvey Sep stuff.
Knife count. Work lists or debt ledgers? Find him and end him.
All right, there we go.
You're not gonna, you see Nako out there? I think the prince is ready for some more Fergalite. If you can get your mitts on some.
I don't know what. Like, do I just do this infinitely, or is it the same thing again? Well, I mean, is it the same or new?
Don't listen to that trash, mate. Corporate just wants a little fungal remediation is all. Get in, get out, get paid. Easy credits. Right. Something messing with our gear. Sure you ain't been snacking on these mushrooms, mate? Job sure would be easier if these mushrooms
Also, looking at the way Noko, the new mushroom frame, is designed, you could practically make this guy invincible. It's pretty crazy.
What the hell is that? Hey! Oh, for soul's sake! Who let a mucking kid down here? Hey! Get back here!
I think this is the same thing from last time. Yeah, it's the same thing.
Guess you don't. Hey, what can I help you with there, mate?
Oh, got enough of this one.
Ooh, look at that, mate. That's a prime sample, that is.
Oh, okay. I guess when you get different things, it adds it to your weapon. Different plants. There's a Noko here, but I can only see the Ureli dancing.
It's all good. Take care.
Okay, and now I've got the
Welcome back.
last version of this
Always
to
good to have a
do.
mate in the deep mines.
This one here. This one has a chance of having Noko Neuroptics and Blueprint. You need that adapter.
Yeah, roots and fruits missed, okay? You see, it's hard to live and grow when you got
All right,
nowhere
this
to
is my
go.
last one, then I'll be ready to join you.
Need you to fight for them, like Noko used to.
Would you rather do Ureli first or see the Deimos stuff first? Okay.
Should have known it was too good to be true. Taxman incoming.
We'll check out what's available for Ureli then. Um,
That was
just because certain missions are better to do than others, but they're on like a time limit for how long they're available. Um, been a while, and I think last time I talked to you, all you had was Ureli. Have you gotten new Warframes since then?
What is the holdup? I don't care what the problem is. Fix it now.
Oberon, yeah. Okay.
bunch of taxmen massive. Whatever it is they're planning, it ain't good. Keep them out of the area. More zits on the way, and they don't seem pleased.
Okay. Yeah, because I don't know if we talked about it, about like how the leveling and stuff in Warframe works, but you'll want to level as much different stuff as you can. Oh, okay. Just wanted to make sure.
Just cross the 50% mark, mate.
Yeah.
Wash the rest.
Who the heck put a waypoint down?
Let's see if you can hit the next job just as fast.
Hmm.
Buzzer drones. Shoot them.
Baza
They can do
drones.
the opposite of whatever they're doing right now.
What the heck?
Now that the buzzer's down, those shrooms will get to work tinkering with its ticker. Do me a favour and keep it safe. Should have known those muckers wouldn't let us go without a fight. Keep them off the drone.
Oh yeah, that's right. Enemies get put to sleep by Noko.
Keep the drone in tip-top condition. Just like Noko. The syzygy blooms for minutes, releases its energy, and then dies. Get close to it and capture their energy before the taxmen get anywhere near. More about to bloom. Don't let the taxmen pluck them first. More fungi ready for you. Get that energy before the mercs do.
Okay.
One down. Another cluster of syzygy blooming. You know what to do. Foraged, safe and sound.
Yeah, so before this was only 3 because it was just me doing it, but now it's 12 of them. There's 4 of us.
One less bloom for them. More about to bloom. Don't let the taxman pluck them first. One less bloom for them. Another cluster of syzygy blooming. You know what to do. More fungi ready for you.
Damn, dude.
Get that energy before the mercs do.
Back off.
Foraged, safe and sound. Taking a look on their space when this merc showed up without a lick of
Okay,
syzygy.
one more.
You put a tear to my eye. See what Noko used to do and send them a message. Take out as many invasive corpus as you can. Taxmen are getting too comfortable in these parts. Go thin them out.
Oh, now we gotta kill 80 corpus before it was 20.
Once it got down the other half, you can move on.
Oh, another one.
Almost scary how quick you work. Got another task for you. Can't get rid of invasives for good, but you can slow them down. Today, you gave the roots and fruits a fighting chance. Go put your feet up.
Okay, how do I leave? There we
Corpus, do better.
We had Noko, Revenant, and Oberon. Okay, I saw Noko and Oberon. Didn't see Revenant. All right. Melee attacks gain plus. Oh, interesting. Pretty cool. 3,500 Endo. Hell yeah, dude.
All of the deep mines. That's me garden. And you're me gardener. Oh, you're making me jealous, mate. Out there in the wild, fingers in the soil, just seeing what you can find. Doesn't get any better than that now, does it? Whoa. I haven't seen one of these well, since a long time. Anytime.
All right.
I think the prince is ready for some more fervor. If you can get your mitts on some.
Oh, definitely got bigger. Off blue stem path. Oh, okay. So it's gonna get new ones as I go.
Little mucker! You dumped me marking accelerant!
Well, that's Noko.
Smart little mucker. Noko, yeah. I'm gonna call you Noko. All this fungi, I swear it's filtering the waste from the towers. Take the fungi away and Venus goes all fire and brimstone.
Uh, oh,
Some Solaris are refusing work orders in the deep mines. Such insubordination will be dealt with swiftly.
I understand you, sir. I'm not complying. Shutting down the elevator. Nothing more goes up, nothing more comes down.
oh, so they lock themselves in down here. Cool.
You need to sit down? You look a bit wobbly.
All right, I'm gonna head back to my ship now and switch up some stuff.
This looks interesting.
All right, let's throw some mods on here. Back,
All mods accounted for, operator.
get that
I
off.
have not taken any.
This looks like the crappiest little weapon I've ever seen, dude. What the heck? See what we can do with it. It's definitely hot garbage. Not have any of the primary ones. I should probably do. Mm-hmm. Oh, left of the foundry is where your sentinels show up, so like your little robot companions.
If lost upon the plains outside Cetus, you may derive sustenance from mineral dens
So if you
nearby.
had one equipped, it would be there. Let me go ahead and are you back on your ship or like in a hub area or are you in a mission? Okay. Um, both should still show up at the same time. But yeah, I just sent you an invite. But like I don't know if you can see on my stream, but both of mine are there. Okay, so yeah, you've got things you're leveling there. Yeah, there is a reason why sometimes they don't show up over there, but I don't remember what that is. Maybe it is because you have your dog on. I don't know. Let me equip mine and see.
Clear there, operator. Now get out there and
Okay, yeah, it is. It's because you've got your dog on. Mine just disappeared. So if you have the bot on, the dog won't disappear, but if you have the dog on, the robot disappears. Hmm. Okay. I'm gonna try to remember. You said you need the systems and neuroptics, which are both the gold parts. So, okay, so that's on Lith and Axie. I've got some. Okay. Good thing is we've got an Axie Exterminate, so we'll run that real quick, and then there's also captures. So I'll make mine gold and see if we can get it. Do you have Axie relics? Oh, it'll show you if you do this. Like if you go to start the mission, it'll. Okay. Well, that's the first thing. Then we gotta get you some Axie relics. We'll go to the dojo and I'll just trade you some. And then you can just put in a random mod of whatever you have, or like whatever extra mod. Mm, oh, it is towards the end. Actually, uh, yeah, I guess it doesn't matter. I don't need those three or two. What's that one? I'll just give you these six so we can run some. Yeah, no problem. And now we'll just leave dojo and I'll re-invite you. Oh no, you'll be fine. It's gonna be a pretty quick and easy one. Oh, that's weird. Um, okay, no one's spawning in, so we probably don't want to do this one. Okay, never mind. We'll leave this one. It's because when you're doing these relics, you want 4 people in the squad so you can get as many rewards as possible. Yeah. What's weird is sometimes when you're the host, you can abort a mission and it will abort it for both players, and then other times it doesn't. I don't know what changes it. So weird. Okay, we'll do the capture mission instead. There probably wasn't enough time left, and so people weren't doing it. This one will still be pretty easy though. He got the name Excalibur Umbra, dude. Crazy.
You are here on a
Ugh.
capture mission. You must
And I'm
cross
tired.
the capture and extract our target.
Wow. That's this one. And then the little reactant, the symbols you see around your map, don't forget to pick those up until you have 10. I don't really know exactly how to describe them. They're just little things that are laying around on the map that you'll automatically pick up as you get near them. Right now you've got 7. Yeah. They're just the little, I guess almost like a teardrop shaped or like a little, I don't know,
You opened
like
the relic.
this
Finish
little
the mission
symbol
and take a
that's
look
around
inside.
on the map.
Success. The captive is safely in our
You
hands.
still only got 7 though, you need 10. Where are you at? Oh, you're back there. If you head towards, okay, you've got 10 now. Yeah, good. Gotcha. It might have been the star that was back there. That's fine. Using the, oh, we're almost there. Yeah, I'd recommend getting the silver one if you don't have it, the Icarius Prime link.
Mission complete. Excellent work, Jedi.
because the rewards go in like bronze, silver, and gold rarities. So whatever the rarest thing that you don't have is, usually get that. Or if you know there's something that you're close to having all of it, then get that thing. Okay, so that's one of my early parts. Didn't get the... Okay, I also have one of these for the systems. We can try that one. The heck is that? Are you playing this with mouse and keyboard? Oh, okay. All right, well, that'll make it easier for me to tell you how to do things then.
Mark your target and bring them to the extraction point. Happy hunting.
After the Urelli stuff, when it's just me and you running missions, I can help you out with some of the movement stuff and figuring out how to get faster. Because there's a movement loop that I like to use that helps you get through most places pretty quick. And then sometimes you'll have to adjust it here and there depending on where you're at.
The relic has been cracked open.
Yeah, generally between where the
Excellent.
objective is showing
The captain
and looking at your mini map in the top left, that can help you get to where you need to be most of the time. Or if you ever get real, you should find it on the way to the end. And then I was going to say, if you ever get really lost, you can also hold up on the D-pad, and that should pull up your bigger map that shows you where everything around you is. Is that your waypoint or someone else's? Did you press left on the D-pad at all? Okay, then that's not yours. Oh, I wonder if your controls are matched differently. You can really pick any of these, it doesn't matter that much. Anything you don't have.
Another job well executed.
Well, my only thought is because the Xbox controls would still be the same as the PlayStation controls, it would just be labeled differently. But since you're on PC and using a controller, there might be certain ones that you would have to map to the console's default. So yeah, you should be able to go into your options and then look at like a controller layout. Oh, okay, yeah. So make that one your map and make left on the D-pad your place marker because that's what it is by default on consoles. Because then, hmm, yeah. Okay, so up should be your map. And then on down, you should be able to map. Um, I don't know how they have it labeled. Let me look at mine. Like gear wheel slash decrees. Okay, and then right should be inspect.
Master progressions. All systems nominal.
Also,
Computer
I've got it pulled up on my screen, so if you want to see how mine is mapped, I'll just leave it here and then you can like take a screenshot of it or something or a picture and then just let me know when you've got it. Oh, it's already there. Like I can see it on my screen too. I've got my stream pulled up. Oh yeah, I just meant I'm gonna leave it there until you've got it. Yeah. Yeah, that's what I was saying. Like you can just take a picture of it or something while I've got it up on the screen or like a screenshot and then yeah, you wouldn't have that part. That's just extra, but like um you don't actually need that because there's other stuff that technically doesn't. Okay. I want to find something here. Oh, it's an accessibility. Tell some of my friends about that. They might find it useful. Okay, so we didn't get that Ureli part either. Let me see if optics. Our optics are in that one. Bah, excuse me. That's only got rescue up, which isn't a great one to do it in, so we'll probably just leave that and go to Deimos. Is Oberon the only one you've got that you're still leveling up? Yeah, so you can pause and go to your equipment, and you can still get to the arsenal from there. It's actually even quicker.
It's now. These I've been in the family for generations. See you soon.
Okay. Oh, okay. So you got a ton to level up, dude. Awesome. Yeah, because I remember us showing you in the dojo that you had the warframes you could get out of there, which it sounds like you've gotten most, if not all of them. Okay, because you started with Volt, right? I think so. Because you had Excalibur, Mag, and Volt as the starting options, and I think you started with Volt. From the dojo. Oh, Duviri. Oh, it's from the circuit. Okay, gotcha. Gotcha. Yeah, that's a weird that's a weird place to get Volt from. Because he's available in the dojo too, so and they have 3 different options every week on the circuit. Yeah, I think you probably got him from the dojo. I don't even know if they have him there since he's a he's a dojo frame. Oh, gotcha. Okay. Well, we'll go ahead and run a bounty so you can get some mother tokens. Because did you see the Nabers thing that I was talking about at Daughter? How there's that tab with like all the rewards and stuff for the event stuff. That was it.
You and the
Okay,
children
yeah. So we
don't know where to find me. Yes, there are bounties. If you
yeah,
want
that doesn't matter for the event. It you can use it for other things, but not for the event. Okay, so we will do this one that has level 30 to 40 enemies, and it gets you 80 other tokens. So this should be
moon,
pretty easy enough to do and keep you
undermine.
alive. And I'll switch my warframe too, just to make sure. And then
Grenades
it'll
may be unsavory, but ultimately they are not the infested.
you
And
get a
you
mother to
know what
start
we do.
bounties. Yeah,
Kindly locate and assist a stranded squad of Grenier. Rest
yeah.
assured they will be non-hostile. These Grenier fully grasp their situation here.
And then we head to where the yellow marker is. Go to the loading area.
Whee! I always like the grunters.
But yeah, next time, uh,
Large predator roams this area. It must be
like if
neutralized
we're ever
before
playing and I'm not streaming it, I can just join on my Steam Deck
look for a
and
propeller.
that way I can join Discord and like have you share your screen with me. I don't know why I'm not walking outside. I was just jumping around.
In order to proceed, you will now need to gather materials.
And use this. You should also on your down on your D-pad while you're out here have like a gear wheel. Do you have the Arcwing launcher, like where you can fly with it? Okay, we'll have to look at your gear and see. Mm-hmm. That's it. Oh, okay. We'll have to take a look at your gear and have you put some other stuff in there too. Oh, as far as launchers, you've only got the K drive. Okay. Okay. Okay, now we just gotta kill enemies when they get in this zone.
Successfully deployed. The desired target is approaching.
And this has 4 stages, so you're gonna see most of the different types of bounties that there are.
Confirmed target is down.
So yeah, that one, you're just killing enemies until those samples drop. You take them back to that thing we were defending, you kill the enemies, and then one more enemy shows up at the end. It's pretty step by step and straightforward.
Oh, hey, there's a cache! Maybe the grunters left it behind. We should try.
You will need to release the cache before we can access it.
This part, I was just going to say, this part, when you get over here, you follow the little glowing trail and it takes you to things you have to shoot. What were you saying? Oh, gotcha. Yeah, it's just on parts like that, I try to kill them faster when it's part of the objective. If it's something that I can help not doing, I'll try to. Oh, I got you.
Procured. The additional cache contents
Yeah, if it's something I can help not doing, I'll try to slow down on killing them.
victory, Tenno. Sadly, the cache itself gives us no clues about Grunier, although the resources it contains are always welcome.
Oh no, it's fine. I look. There's so much going on my screen too, and I'm just over here killing stuff. I can't even see what you're doing.
Artifacts buried in the infested substrates nearby. We call this a purifier.
My only goal is trying to keep you alive.
Harmonic with local fauna in order to extract data.
Okay, now this part. So sorry. Uh, this part you can help quite a bit with. So I'm gonna put this one of these batteries in, and it's gonna make this field that goes out from it. And as it pops up, you'll see on the mini map these white markers, and you'll also see them on the regular screen too. But we have to touch those to collect them. And we're trying to pick up as many as we can before it shrinks back down again. And it gives us 5 tries to do that to get the bonus. But it'll make sense when you see it. So I'm going to go ahead and put one in and it'll start. So this big field goes out, and then you're trying to touch all these little markers that are showing up. and you just walk up and hit like X to interact with them. Okay, and so just then we got 11 of them. So we're on track. We're actually doing better than we need to. Okay, we're going again. Why am I so slow? There we go, we got it.
Fine harvest indeed. The information received exceeds expectations.
Okay, and then we're gonna have one.
Date of recovery, Tenno. It appears that some Grenier lost a fight within 20 years, but that wasn't long ago. We need to keep searching.
Little overzealous there, Tenno. You were not supposed to.
Is it for the credits?
I have a positive fix on the Grenier beacon.
Oh, gotcha. Okay. You said gold, but I wasn't sure if you meant the endo or the credits. Oh no, you're good. Okay, so we got a double bird. So it's something that you use for crafting certain things on Deimos. Because instead of having day and night, this planet has Foss and Vohm. And if you look up towards the sky, in the direction where my waypoint is, if you look out that way, you'll see like that big worm kind of thing. Yeah, so that one is Foss and the other one is Vohm. And so when Foss is out, you get Vohm residue, and vice versa. So when Vohm's out, you get Foss residue. Yeah. But like so on this planet, you like make the pets, and for their materials, you need Foss and Vohm residue. There are also certain things that you'll buy to craft for other stuff, kind of like in the early mid game, or and that'll take it as well. Okay, we made it. So that is the last one. And now we can head back to the Necrolisk. So what you can do is you can hold up on your D-pad and scroll over to where it shows the Necrolisk and click on
Thank you for indulging me, Tenno.
the fast travel
Not
point.
infested are allies,
Yeah.
and we need allies.
But you always have to remember to hold up, because if you just press it, it's just going to show you like a kind of see-through version of the map, and you won't be able to click on anything. All right, and we got 98 mother tokens from that. So the mother tokens are also how you level up with what's called the Entrati. The Entrati is the name of the family here. So mother, son, daughter, all of those are Entrati. So you go over to, it's a little bit of a complicated system, but you actually go to grandmother to level up the standing, but you go to mother to get the bounties and to actually rank up with the family. Yeah. But they're also, the mother tokens are used for this Nabris event that's going on during Halloween. So for now, it's actually better to just get some of the Nabris stuff, because they don't only have cosmetics, but they've also got weapons in there too. And it's also all stuff you can only get once a year. Well, a few of them are things you can get at other points, but most of it's stuff you can only get once a year.
The ancient Orcan festival of death, darkness, and deviance? The happiest time of the entire year.
Until next time.
Actually, gotta go talk to him.
Go on, dear.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, dear. Very kind. I never could persuade them to throw anything away. Of course. I'll be right.
That's totally up to you because you can hold a crap ton of tokens. So even if you just wanted to like save up a bunch through doing bounties, you can do it that way, or you can just see something you like in there now and get it. Kind of up to you. I mean, the things that are going to benefit you the most are the weapons, but they also all have like mastery rank requirements, so some of them you won't be able to get. I know.
But you didn't hesitate.
Actually, I don't know if you can get any of these right now. I think they're all okay. You can get one of them. The sheave is a mastery rank 5 requirement, but the other two are 11 and 12. So yeah, yeah. So you can save up for the sheave, yeah, because it's 25 for each of the parts, and then 125 for the blueprint. So yeah, that would be worth getting. There is a mod I can actually just show you on my stream too, if you're able to look there. It's going to be a little bit behind, like we said, but I can just show you as we talk about it. Yeah, so this one is a really good one for the weapon called the Ocucore when you get that one later on. And it's also one that you can only get from here now. It was available in a Nightwave a long time ago, which is where I got it, but then people wanted it, so they brought it back in this. But that one's a good one to have because it makes the weapon really strong. Um, and then you can get like customizable like attachments, like an armor attachment here. You can get some more profile pictures, which are what the glyphs are. Some bobbleheads. Those are more cosmetic stuff. The other things, you can get the haunted interior decorations for like Halloween decorations in your ship. And then there are these ephemera, which give pretty cool effects on your warframe. Like there's the wings, there's like a cobweb one, all that stuff. Yeah. There's a whole color palette you can get with the mother tokens too. Yeah, that one's really good. Hmm.
You know where to find me.
Yes. And now the other thing is too, you can actually, I'm going to go back to my ship. You can go to yours too, because that was pretty much what we just did. That's all you need to know about running bounties. I would recommend when you do it, we just did the third one. That was a bit high level for where you're at. So I would recommend just doing like the first or the second one. That should have more appropriately leveled enemies. And now, the other thing I wanted to show you is actually in the market, and this is free. It's for in-game currency. I'm trying to remember if it's okay. So there's a community event tab that also has a lot of like stuff that only costs 1 credit. I don't know if you have all of it, but there's stuff in there that only costs 1 credit. And then in the seasonal tab as well, there's some stuff in here. A lot of this is platinum, but some of it's also 1 credit. Like they have this Halloween uh, color palette. That's just 1 credit, and then you can get the pumpkin. Oh yeah, you talked about, yeah, there's the pumpkin mask that you can get in here for 1 credit, and some other stuff here and there that you might see. And that's just in the community. And
Are you visualizing a bloody battle?
Me too.
okay, yeah, you can get it there and you can get it here. I think if you get it here, it automatically gets it for all your Warframes, so you don't have to keep getting it per frame. I don't remember. But it's only around for the Halloween time period. Yeah. And then the community event one that has a bunch of other stuff you can get too. Okay. And I'll also go ahead and send you an invite so when you're ready you can rejoin. And I'm gonna queue up taking us to the Earth relay so I can give us a blessing. And oh yeah, yeah, so whenever you go to any of the relays, uh they have an area where anyone who's master rank 30 or higher can give a blessing of certain different ones. So like I can take us here and then I can give either affinity, credits, resource drop chance, damage, health, or shield. And once every 23 hours I can do that. No, it's just a free thing I can do once every 23 hours. Yeah, so I'm gonna throw up an affinity one. I've already got multiple days worth of free affinity right now. I've still got 8 days and 8 hours left on my affinity booster, plus the 3 hour one I just gave us. It's freaking insane, dude. All right, and now we'll just leave the relay, same as what we did with Deimos, and then we can join back. It is nice. So they've made a feature where when you leave missions with a teammate, it'll just keep you in the squad with the person that you like invited to the squad. So it's not a bunch of people hanging around anymore, which I do appreciate that. And I also wish they would add it in with the planets too, like when you leave out of a hub area, that you can go with your teammates. Oh yeah, on the left. Yes. Yeah, it's because until you hit a certain point in the game, you have to have that cyst on your neck for it to open up because there's a system early in the game. It's the first thing you get where you can actually drain it and make an infested Kubro. Let's see. That's what my Bulma here is. She's an infested one. It's called a Helminth Charger because the Helminth is the thing in that room. And so you can make the infest. This is just an armor, all this extra stuff, but the blue is her actual body. Yeah, and so you can make one of these when you've got that cyst on a Warframe, or otherwise you can also go in and just pop it in there. Yeah, but if you ever want to, you can look that up and it'll walk you through how you can get one of those. I think she was like the second dog I ever got, so I forget exactly what it makes you do. Oh, I need to do this before. I was about to say, oh yeah, we can. What mission? Sorry, not what mission. What planet did you make it up to? What's your latest one that you have unlocked? I'm sorry, I was reading something. I didn't hear what you said. All the planets? Are you sure? Like even up to Sedna? Yeah, at the very top. Because like it'll let you click on them, but it's a matter of if you have the junction open and you can do the missions there. Oh, like it's blue highlighted to let you click on it. Okay, I guess you do have all of them up to Sedna. Okay, and okay, so yeah, an Eris to Sedna that's open for you. Wow. Okay. Kind of crazy at MR8 via the Sedna. Okay. Yeah. Trying to get to the next one is quick. Okay. What about the quests and the codex? Have you been doing any of those? So like well, they have like prerequisites, so you're only gonna have stuff open as far as like what you can do. Yeah, you got main quests, Warframe, and side. Yeah. Hmm. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Hmm. Hmm. Yeah, that's how you get your rallies, so you technically don't have to even do that one. Yep. Hmm. Yeah, so if you just yeah, the main quest always unlocks in order, so you're not gonna do anything out of order there. All the other ones are either Warframe quests or side quests, so they have nothing to do with the main story. They're they're only relevant to the lore of the Warframe or to the side material. Hmm. Yeah. Yeah, that's why you can just go to them from the codex because you can just uh, see the main quest tab separately, so you know what your main quests are and what's just extra. Like you can actually begin them from the codex. Yeah. You're all right, dude. And then yeah, it'll yeah. See, so that's kind of part of the advantage of playing it with controller is that sometimes you get more information on how to interact with a thing than you do on mouse and keyboard because you just click on it all. You don't actually get like the select button because like when you open up the codex with a controller, it actually shows you select, and then it will show you like view cinematic, replay request, or begin quest, like stuff like that. Yeah. Hmm. I gotcha. Yeah, so they make it to where you can still navigate around on it either way, but there are just certain ways that are more convenient depending on which way you're doing it, mouse and keyboard or with controller. But what we'll do then, since you have pretty much everything, um, if there are any warframes in your foundry that you're like working on building or weapons that you still need like certain materials for, you can just tell me what that material is that you need, and we'll just go to a planet and farm for it in like a survival or a defense. And so that way we can farm what you need and rank up our stuff while we go. Yes. Um, no, not without that, but like so there's in-game ways. So like with Nightwave, they do give a free slot, which is like their battle pass kind of thing. So if you level it up enough, but it's going to be ending in a couple weeks, and I don't even know how far you are into it. You also technically get gotcha. You also technically get a free slot whenever they gift a Warframe, like they did with Oberon, but that's only if you already have the frame. Uh, but when you get rid of them, eventually that does count as an extra slot. Uh, and then you can get them sometimes through like uh, events or like the live streams and stuff that they do like that. Um, but there is one other thing. It's actually also on Deimos. I'm just gonna leave the squad and show it to you on my screen since eventually I'm gonna have to leave Deimos and it's gonna make us leave the squad anyway. Doesn't make sense for us to both go and then both leave again. So to get this thing, I actually just helped my friend get this earlier. Well, I think it was right at the end of last week actually. You have to be rank 3 with the Entrati, and so I'll just show you what I was talking about with ranking up and everything too. Um, so at Mother,
My son will no doubt complain to you. He thinks I was too strict with him.
kind of, but each planet has its own thing. So like you have the ones that are on your ship that you can access from there, but then each planet has its own people that have their own faction too. Some of them only have like, well, actually, most of them have at least two. Actually, so Deimos does have two, but you don't see the second one until way later in the game because they weren't introduced until just a few years ago,
You are here.
or actually maybe only a couple. Yeah, but yeah, so you do your bounties here, and when you come to your bounties, it'll also show you a daily standing cap that you have left. So you'll turn in standing because Deimos is pretty much the only place that does standing like this. It's very different from all the other ones, but you do that, and then when you hit your max with whatever rank you're on, you'll come here to rank up with them, and they'll show you what you need to rank up. Um, Now with them to actually get standing, you take the tokens from whatever person you've gotten them from, and then you trade tokens for Entrati standing. And then when you do that, you'll see your daily standing cap go down, but the amount of standing out of however much you need to rank up will be going up with this bar here. And every planet is like that. When you get standing, your daily standing cap you'll see go down, and you'll see your standing increase. That will always be the same. It's just the way you get standing is different on only Deimos. And now the thing that I was talking about that you're going to use is you actually come to Sun for it. And then when you go into his browse wares, once you hit rank 3, you'll get access to this Helminth segment blueprint. And so that's what's in that room that we were talking about with the infested stuff. And once you actually build this, you'll be able to, like it says, unlock the transfer of new abilities to your warframes. So what that means is you'll be able to actually feed your warframes to it to get an ability from them. So you open up a slot that way too. So all the warframes that you don't really use, or like when you get a prime for a warframe building, you can subsume them and actually get that ability from them instead of just getting rid of it just to have a slot. Yeah, so for right now, all the frames you have, it's good to keep them until you get that, and you can just run Deimos bounties and stuff to level that up. or during Nabris, you can also get the Nabris stuff. But since you can, run bounties as much as you want whenever, the benefit to uh Deimos versus other planets is, like I said, on the other ones, you actually just run the bounty and you get the standing from the bounty or other things that you can turn in for standing too, but that's not the only way to do it. It's just on top of it. Here you can keep collecting up all the tokens as much as you want and then turn them in just day after day. Even if, say, you have like 500 tokens, but you're not going to have enough standing to turn in 500 tokens, you can still just stack them all up and turn them all in as you can. But with other planets, you can only do so much per day, and you're mostly just getting that standing through running the bounties. So there's no way to like stack up enough to keep turning it in. Yeah. But yeah, so once you get that thing, that'll free up a lot of Warframe slots for you. And then sometimes they do have in-game stuff to get Warframe slots, but usually it's going to be through Platinum. Now, technically, even that is a free way that you can get Warframe slots because you can sell things for Platinum, but it's going to be a little bit further into the game before you have things that are valuable enough that are going to be worth at least 20 plat or more for you to buy Warframe slots with it. Yeah. Yeah.
Operator,
Okay,
Wallis is
gotcha.
picking up a distress
Yeah,
signal.
3,000 plastids takes a really long time to get, but we can get a start on it.
Peddling their wares again.
So I'll take us to a planet with plastids and we'll start working on that. We can't go to. Mm-hmm. I gotcha. Um, yeah, because it depends. Because like I showed you the other day, that new update thing they do show all the ones where you can buy the blueprint, and then the ones that you can't buy it, you can still click on it, and it'll show you where you get the blueprint from. Because like I'd say like probably 80 to 90% of the warframes, you actually just get their blueprint out of the market, and then there's another small percentage of them that you get their blueprint from a quest, and then there's an even smaller percent where you have to get the blueprint specifically from a mission that can award you the blueprint. Uh, send this again. But yeah, there's an invite, so we can actually go to like a lower level survival mission and just run that and farm some plastids while we do it and rank stuff up. Because right now I'm just trying to finish off Caliban's build and continue ranking up Noko, which I think I've got to format this guy 2 more times to finish off his build. I'll actually probably just go ahead and rank up Noko since I haven't ranked him up once yet. It's almost done too. I can try out all of his stuff. Actually, I can remod him for one of these builds that I found. Okay, cool. Yeah, that'll give me time to do this. Okay, and then after he and I get done with this survival mission that we're gonna do, I'm also gonna go ahead and stream because I'm hella tired and I don't have a lot to do tomorrow, but I do want to rest up because uh my day starts a bit earlier tomorrow than it does most days. And today was exhausting. Well, this whole week's kind of just been exhausting. So after he and I get done with this, I'm gonna go to bed. I'm just gonna see what is on this build and make it. It looks like it's mostly just a strength build that's only a little bit different from what I've done. Because I just wanted to give him kind of a spread of things, but I don't mind making this either. It's pretty cool. Dude, I hate how he makes these videos and you can't actually see all the mods he's put on his screen. Let's see if I can find it here instead. There it is. Hmm, do not. He just doesn't do that anymore. What the hell? Yeah, I wish I could. Actually, maybe if I take it in my frame, I see prime flow, transient fortitude. Control intensify. Let's see what's on his first row of abilities though. Okay, I mean I can do enough of like what I can see. It's like the main things he's got on that I don't are Umbrella Intensify instead and Blind Rage. He's pretty much just gone with a main like strength build here. He does still have primed flow on too. He's got power drift up here. I'm just gonna get that slot open on Noko because I might as well. Um, I would just like to know what else he has on. And then Molt Augmented and Molt Efficiency, so need Augmented on. Because like I'm definitely gonna need my duration and efficiency back up. I just don't know what else he has on. So I mean I have just enough for my and I guess technically the efficiency doesn't matter as much. Hello. Probably gonna want range on here, I'm sure. I'm just gonna freestyle the rest of it and put stretch on. Actually, no, I'll put power drift. I might as well since we're doing so much strength anyway. Okay, so that's part of that one, and then there was another one too. We're doing something stupid over here. Ah, there was this one that has roar on. Frick, dude, oh my gosh. Why does he have like 8? Oh yeah, I was interested in that one, but that one also seems kind of big. Okay, so for now, I'll work on doing that one, but I kind of want the one I had on back just because it was more well-rounded. I haven't done a lot with Noko yet. I'll put it in C just as a backup when I can redo later. Okay, I'm almost done with this. I, I do think I want to do this instead of that one, instead of a precision, and then I'll go back to what I did before. So get that on, that on. Uh, sure we survive better with that one. And then we'll want some range on here. That stretch in more. Oh, I had transient fortitude on instead of that one. So we'll do that with stretch. The efficiency energized. All right, and I'll take us to Phobos and we'll do survival there because the enemies start off low enough level that you'll be able to survive against them pretty easily. And I'm gonna end my stream once we're done with this. And if you ever want like build recommendations for like where your level's at or like what to focus on with the Warframe, you can always let me know too, and I can uh like make a temporary build and send it over to you. Okay, and then the good thing about missions with these guys is that they always just come to you. So we're gonna still work our way into the next room, and we'll just camp out right here. We'll camp by the life support, so if it gets too low, we can still get it back up. And your 2 is a good ability to use because it'll cover the ground and radiation damage. Yeah. Yeah, the Palette Eruption one. Okay. Yeah, and so Oberon's 2 and 4 reworks are really strong now. And then his health regen on his 3 is still kind of the same. They've just made it more efficient so it doesn't drain as much. The Xmas, yeah. Yeah, in this one we won't start seeing those as much until around 10 minutes in. But there's one right now, but they don't show up as much and they're pretty easy to kill. Oh yeah. A good way to get that done is also in the circuit. Hmm. Oh, because that's how that build works. Okay, that makes sense. But make sure you're not going too far off because you'll get out of affinity range and you won't be collecting XP when I kill things. Okay. Yeah. I was just looking at one of the enemies, one of the MOAs, and how it does look like one of my mushrooms. And then, yeah, his 4th ability also becomes stronger when you use it on your 2nd ability, like while you're standing in that range. Oh no, we can sit here and just keep farming. It's an endless mission type. Oh no, I've just been going around this area killing enemies, just around up the stairs, down the stairs on the other side, and across this little railway kind of thing. Yeah. But yeah, we'll go for at least 10 minutes, maybe 15, and just see what happens. Because, yeah, after this, I'm going to head off. But yeah, the endless missions like this and defense are the reason why, like, you don't have to spend a lot of your time in normal missions farming for stuff because you can always just farm for it here. And then if you look for certain ones on the planet, they're called dark sector missions. They're the ones that give you like extra affinity for certain kills and extra resource drop chance and stuff like that. So we're doing the one on Phobos. Just because it's more helpful for when you don't have one of the farming warframes yet, because it still gives you that extra drop chance. And then if you haven't done the circuit yet, it's actually got um, two pretty good ones to get in there, Mesa and Ivara, because they're both pretty hard to get outside of the circuit. Ivara is kind of like a jellyfish warframe who can do a lot of like uh, invisibility. She comes with her own bow and is a good stealth frame and utility. Like she can do a lot of a pretty big variety of stuff. And then Mesa is a sharpshooter, like gunslinger kind of a frame, and she has aimbot. That's that's her specialty. Yeah. Hmm. Yeah. And then it's a really small thing, so I don't know if you've noticed it or if we talked about it when you first started playing. But whenever you use an ability, you can also see the countdown timer for it on the bottom right on your abilities. Yeah, so like your okay, just making sure. So yeah, your two will show that for you. Yeah, that's the 10-minute mark. Okay, I'm good for another 5 minutes. I can keep going. Oh, I haven't used a sprout. Oh, dude. Holy crap, this little guy zooms. Look at him go. How many times can he jump? Oh, he does he? Oh my gosh, he farts to jump, dude. What the heck, bro? Is that actually what he's doing? That looks insane. That was go way back there. Nice. But yeah, when it comes to modding in general, like I took kind of a four-stage approach with it, that really helped me out getting up through the ranks. So like in the early game, I basically just modded for survivability with like redirection and vitality, plus whatever the frame is good at. So if it needs a lot of range and duration, I modded for range and duration. If it needs a lot of ability strength, I do like strength, like whatever the abilities look like they benefit from the most is I just stack a little bit more of that on top. The second stage, I stopped using redirection and vitality both, and then I just looked at does the frame have more health or more shields, and then I just went purely for that. And sometimes either the frame's abilities or certain mods will also help you survive better without having to have both vitality and redirection on. So that's kind of what I targeted in the second stage was scaling back on some of the survivability and focusing more on the damage since now I had the mods up enough to do a lot more damage. The third stage, which was more of my like mid game to late mid game stage, was focusing on min maxing my frames. So you also get these corrupted mods in the game through certain mission types, and they will lower one stat to boost another. And so that's when I got into kind of a min maxing stage, which is where I stayed for probably the longest time, because I stayed there from about the time I was in late teens, early 20s of my mastery rank, all the way up until I was about 30. Now, you don't have to stay there that long. That's just what I did, because by the time I was approaching 30, I got motivated to finally do actual in-game builds for my frames, and so I spent a solid year just doing in-game builds. And that's when your frames are going to become extremely powerful, but you're going to be putting the most investment into actually making their builds because it takes a lot of resources and a lot of rarer stuff that you wouldn't just casually have. And that's kind of where it all like comes together and they start being able to do absolutely nonsense things, but it's really fun. And so I started off only doing that on my prime ones, but now I'm at a point where I've got like such an excess of stuff usually that I can do it on my new ones too. But my goal originally when I did it was I just wanted to in-game build all of my prime warframes, and that was actually a really fun way to spend my time since I was already like hitting master rank 30 anyway, and like coming to a point where I didn't have a lot of extra stuff to do. So like any kind of builds that you'd look up and people are using it to clear like Steel Path, which is the version of the game that you get after you beat every mission on a planet. All the nodes is what they're called. So once you clear out all the planets, all the nodes on all the planets, you get the Steel Path version. And so Steel Path is kind of the end game because all the enemies are 100 levels higher and they've got like significantly higher health and shields and armor. End game, yes. Oh, in-game mod. Okay, no, end game. Sorry, my bad. Yeah, no, the end game mods. So you can get things that are from specific vendors or from specific mission types or enemy types that are like way harder to get than normal ones. Or some of it involves the augment mods, like what you have on Oberon there that extends the duration on your two. Uh, a lot of the in-game mods also involve specific builds with their augments and how it synergizes with other stuff. And a lot of them also require that thing that I showed you you can get from Sun on Deimos, that helmet segment, because you need abilities from other warframes to make a lot of their in-game builds. So, like for example, the one that you get from a warframe called Grendel, it's his ability called Nourish, which is actually a really good one because it gives you more energy effectiveness. So whenever you pick up an energy orb, you get more than just 25 from it, and it also adds viral to all of your attacks. But the amount of viral damage you can stack up on it is quite a lot. And then from Rhino, you get his roar, so you're raising yours and your squad's weapon damage. And then from Mirage, you get her Eclipse, which they actually nerfed a lot. Um, but that's where, like, when you tap it, you actually get a defense buff of damage reduction, and then when you hold it, you get a weapon damage bonus. And so you get two abilities in one with that one. Oh, we can leave now. I didn't even notice it hit 15 minutes. Yeah, so that's just the way that helped me out, but there's all kinds of ways to go about it. But especially now it would be different from how I did it back then because there are so many more options. Because like 7 years ago, the game was completely different from what it is now. Yeah. hmm Yeah.
Mission complete. Excellent work.
Yeah, I'd say if you're looking up information on the game, Warframe does have an official wiki page now, which for the longest time it had kind of more of an unofficial one that was put together pretty well, but not often like updated a lot with most recent information. Um, but like you can find on Warframe's wiki a lot of just general information. If you're looking up guides on like how to do something or a Warframe build or something like that, it's better to probably go to YouTube because then you can actually see the dates on when it was released. And if it's within the last year, it's likely to still be however that video says it is. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I got you. All right, but on over the weekend as usual to hit up like Tokyo Ghoul, and if you want to do some Dark Souls, or we can do Warframe, kind of whatever we're more in the mood for. I'm not sure if that'll be Saturday or Sunday yet, but I'll hit you up and see. Okay, cool. Well, you have a good night, and I'm gonna head out and end my stream. Oh yeah, I didn't hear if you said anything after I said I was heading out. Oh, okay, cool. Thank you. See ya. Okie dokie. Well, I'm going to go ahead and finish this up. So I probably won't be streaming any more of the Vallis Undermind. Noko is max ranked now, so I'm gonna forma him and work on some of his stuff because I did find two builds that I really like. And then for a third one, I'll probably try out either an original or just leave it kind of a generic one, like how I've got this here. Because I'll probably use this generic one as I try to put on more of the mods that the other builds take, and I'll just form a him based on what lines up with what the other mods need. So, for example, this one is just a bunch of strength. So I'm going to go ahead and just throw one of those in there. Because now I can get another mod that also goes on his strength build on here. But I also need to figure out what those other ones were. Because this was as much as I could see of it. But I'll try to figure out some stuff. I mean, if he was just going a buttload of strength, Mars Hatred has to be on there. But yeah, I will probably also put on Equilibrium on this one just because it is a low efficiency build, and with low efficiency builds, I normally do some Equilibrium. And then mayhaps adaptation just for survivability, and then mayhaps like stretch or something to give him more. What is I rarely use narrow-minded anymore. It's more no overextended. That's what I was thinking. More range, less strength. Okay, 60% is a lot less strength though. But I think that's about as much as we get from Molt Augmented, isn't it? It's somewhere around like 60% strength. So like once he's all the way up there, it would actually mitigate that, and he'd be getting 90% more range. But how much range is stretch? Okay, stretch is only 45%. And auger reach is like what, 20, 35, 30. So yeah, even between those two together, that still wouldn't be as much. So yeah, I'd probably go ahead and put like Equilibrium and Narrow-minded on this one, to be honest, just to significantly buff up the range of his stuff. And then the Molt Augmented is going to mitigate the uh, strength reduction. And then the Molt Efficiency is going to give him some more duration on top of what he's already got. The only other thing I could see myself doing instead is doing Narrow-minded and Augur Secrets, just because Augur Secrets would also mitigate some of that. But like I said, adaptation is one I could possibly put on it. But yeah, if I wanted to go like all strength, I should do Augur Secrets on here too. And then overextended would give it more range, but I should probably honestly do Equilibrium instead, just so it is more of an efficient build. And now I saw it showed the number of these that I was throwing out, and that's something that I was wondering too, because I was like, well, how am I supposed to know how many I can throw out? And then these are giving a 98% strength bonus, which is insane.
Operator, you have remembered well how the Tenno arm themselves.
All right, but yeah, so that's Noko. He has been he fun so far, so I will definitely be playing him more over the weekend, ranking him back up and continuing with those builds. But that's going to be all of Warframe for now. Warframe is a pretty infrequent stream that I do on the channel. Normally, when they have a new update, I'll do 2 or 3 streams showing off the new content and stuff. But since I did all the new content in this already, I might still continue to go ahead and stream it every now and then. Like, I might do one somewhere over the weekend, or I might do it next week even. But that's all of it you're going to see between today and tomorrow. If I do another one, it'll either be Saturday or Sunday, and if not Saturday or Sunday, just sometime next week. And if you don't see it within the next week, probably not going to happen until the next major update. So that's going to be all, guys. But as usual, hope you've all been enjoying the series so far. And if you have, make sure to like, subscribe, comment, turn on notifications, share it with a friend, do all that good stuff. And I will see you guys next time. Goodbye. And then comes the awkward moment after ending the broadcast.